Generally speaking, Ahmed Johnson and Booker T aren't two wrestlers one would associate with the other, but the two are linked via their origins, with both training to become wrestlers in Texas, while Booker later feuded with Johnson and Booker's brother Stevie Ray in WCW over the rights of the Booker T name. And unfortunately, there's no love lost between the two. Both of them have done the rounds on podcasts recently, with Ahmed Johnson sharing his 2 cents about Booker T and challenging him to a fight, with Booker then listening to Ahmed's comments and replying.
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't know what brought me to the forefront, but he really pissed me off, man, when he started talking all that trash and he called me scum. First of all, he act like he know me. He don't even know me. When I met him, I was probably about 25 or 26 years old. And he just got out of prison. And just the junk he was talking is nonsense. The fact that I didn't, get the Trout Cowboys, the fact that whatever else he said, I don't remember. But he act like he know me. He didn't meet me until I was 25 or somewhere around there. I'm not sure what my age was. I know it was close. But a scum to me is somebody who's been to prison. Instead of robbing the store he worked at. These people provided for him. He tried to rob them. And he gonna call me a scum? No, brother. He need to recheck that. He's a scum. And it just really teed me out, man, when I heard him talking all that trash. Now, I knew a guy that was in his pod as far as in prison with him. And he told me some very interesting stuff about Mr. Huffman, whatever you want to call himself, Booker T, or whatever he call himself. But, I'm not even going to go there, what I heard. But if he starts running his mouth again, then I'm going to go there. And the only reason I'm not going there is because I respect his brother. Me and Stevie used to be real tight, man. And I got the utmost respect for Stevie. So I'm not going to go there what I heard about Booker T yet. But if I decide to go there, I'll call you guys, and you guys will be the first ones to know. But I don't know why he, went off on me or anything. I'm not sure what the one issue is in my opinion. I don't know why he decided to go there. I had no idea. But all I'm saying to him is he need to check himself. I served my country in the military. I didn't go around robbing people to try to get ahead. I went into the military, and he goes around robbing people. And then time he was in prison, I was still up in Florida where I was, raised at. And so what he act like he knows my background, that boy don't know nothing about me. Nothing. Well, I don't think he ever liked me because me and Stevie Ray, when he was in prison, me and Stevie Ray became real tight. And we did a lot of stuff together. And when Booker got out of prison, I don't know what his deal was, but I don't think he liked me from day one. And I don't know why. But he got me real messed up. Then he made a statement of somehow I smiled at him at the airport. I don't even smile at my own pictures. What am I smiling from the airport for? He looked at me, I looked at him, and that was about as far as that went. Me smiling at him. But like smiling at another man. You know what I'm saying? That's maybe something he's used to, but hey, to each his own. And he talking about he wanted to like he was gonna do something to me. We both live in Houston, Texas. He lives in Corpus Christi, I believe. And if he ever wants to do something, I already talked to one of my instructors at the dojo. He said he will give us a dojo for free. So we can go in the dojo and we can fight till we red all over. But if he wants, to settle this, I got the place anytime.
Is that a challenge then?
Oh, it's definitely a challenge. For sure. Because he said he wanted to, it's not like he said he wanted to piece me or something. I don't know what all he said. But a friend of mine hit me to what was going on, and he sent me the video. And I was just shocked as everybody else.
Just to respond to Tony Norris, this guy, he talked about me being in prison. I actually heard the interview, and he said about, how a low life I was, going to prison for robbing people. And I must say, I did go to prison for robbing people. But I do say I was a kid, and I think I've atoned for every piece of dirt that I put down. I was a kid that made a mistake. But he talks about being in a gang as a youth himself. But what do gangs do? What do they normally do? They normally not the pillars of society. I'm just saying. As well as, I'm gonna just debunk one story he said also. He said that him and my brother started going to the wrestling school before I started going to. I was still in prison, I guess, when they went to the wrestling school, according to him. But my brother and I, we started going to the wrestling school, and Tony Norris had no intentions on doing it. He was playing semi-pro ball at this time, and I'm just saying this because they asked him a question on that podcast, and they say, how was it working with Joe Blanchard and Scott Casey? He said, well, I never worked with Joe Blanchard and Scott Casey. Well, when they was there at the beginning of the wrestling school, they were the trainers at the wrestling school at the beginning. And that's why I say he get on these podcasts and no, it's never any pushback as far as, trying to find any truth in anything that he's saying. He also had one more story, and we're about to get out of here. I know we run over time a little bit. He said, he said he had a buddy that told him a story about when I was in prison. He said, now, if I keep talking, he's going to tell that story. Now, I don't have any prison buddies. Okay, but obviously he still have buddies that was in prison, in the same prison that I was at, so to speak. That's what he's saying. And he's got a story that he's going to tell. Well, I hope he tell that story. I really do, because I'm not. He'll see a different side of me if he does tell some false story that's totally not true. Because I got facts, I got receipts as far as everything that I'm saying. You tell a lie about me, he's probably going to end up in court, and he's probably going to end up getting sued by defaming me. So please tell some story that you heard from some prison buddy that you had about me, because it would be totally falsehood if you make up a story about me, Tony Norris. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not gonna, take it any further than that. Other than Tony Norris has always been a notorious lying piece of what.